Hello, my girl. Are you doing the right thing there? Eh? Hello, Gillies. Oh. Yeah. Night pen is the way to go, I would say. Oh. Okay, so today I think we're going to do some hashtag Ask Megs. Would you guys out there be offended if I asked the wise Amy a question or two? Because she's also very, very, very smart. Just as smart as her sister. So, maybe the question I have for you is a question that comes up quite a bit. So the question that's come in is well, if the lion population is in such dire straits, then why do we not breed lions here at the sanctuary to mitigate that problem? So should the need arise that one day we have to take lions and repopulate areas, we have them. Surely breeding lions in captivity is not a bad thing. And I think people are getting a little bit confused between the two issues at stake here. And I often say to my colleagues that it is worth re-explaining things over and over. The wild lion population faces different threats to that of the captive lion population, and the problem we really have is we have diminishing habitats or areas where lions can occupy, and that it doesn't help to take lions and just put them in a wilderness area, no matter where they're from, if the health of the environment is an issue. So ultimately what happens is we have we do have this perpetual breeding of captive lions. We don't breed you at the sanctuary because we don't want to contribute to that, but the breeding of lions in captivity is the issue. We have, some would say, between 8,000 and 12,000 lions. A few years back we were talking of numbers between 6,000 and 8,000 lions. So we have a huge population of captive lions, and we have a huge problem with the welfare of these animals. People going, well, if they don't have a use, and the use is either the lion bone trade or a hunting industry, then what is the point of keeping these animals? So there's that side, and then there's the other side that says, you know, we are having these lions for tourism and for educational purposes. But even so, even if there is some educational value in taking people and showing them young lions, or even lions in a environment like this, those surplus lions, those lions that have been bred month on month, will ultimately have to go somewhere, and building enclosures, or more and more enclosures, is a costly affair, and it makes no business sense. And the short answer to that, just to end off, is that we have enough wild lions in South Africa to supply these wilderness areas should they be rehabilitated to keep wild lions. All right, so the question that's also come in is that, you know, I often talk about a lion's sense of smell, and somebody was wanting to know, surely me going in with all these different lions and then going into the next enclosure, and the next enclosure has an impact because Amy over here smells me after I've been in, for example, with Gabby, and says, you know what, Kev, I don't like Gabby, and you smell like Gabby, and therefore I'm going to have a go at you because I'm really offended by Gabby's smell. And it's a really good question, because yes, lions are very, very affected by smell. And if I can give you an example of how smell affects certain animals, just picture your dog when you've been to a friend's house and they have a dog that dog's never smelt, and you come home and you've got the smell of this dog all over your body and on your clothes, and your dog will not leave you alone. He comes up to you, or she, and sniffs you and sniffs and gets all excited and wants to know more about the smell. So you've seen that with dogs. We know dogs have a acute sense of smell. So with the lions it's pretty similar. If I go in with a lion that these lions are not familiar with, or another animal, they are definitely showing, they'll come up and show a definite interest and sniff you hard and really get a good feeling of where you've been. That they'll take and draw that scent in over their vomeronasal organ, and they will form a recognition of it. So the first time that you've been in with a strange animal, these lions are going to be like, oh my gosh, where have you been and why have you been there? And some lions, yes, some lions do get slightly concerned. I'm going to use the word concerned, or cheeky. So they get concerned and then they get a little bit clever and starting to say, well, where you been? And then starting to try and see if you really are who you say you are. So yeah, that's a good question. Smell is a very, very important part of a lion's life. Hey, Ames, those blooming flies. Yeah, this time of the year we have fly issues. So I hope that answers the question. No, it doesn't make it dangerous for me to go from one enclosure to the other. Yes, the lions do smell the other lions. Yes, they know I've been with other lions. In fact, half the time they see me with the other lions, but that still doesn't change her behavior towards me, because Amy over here knows who I am and that I'm friend, not foe. So thank you for that, Amy. You are a superstar. You are just as smart as Meg, and we're going to go in with Meg, and we're going to do just one hashtag Ask Meg. So that was the hashtag Ask Amy category that we're going to be starting. Hey, and we'll see who garners more fans, Amy or Meg. Just as beautiful. So thanks for that. We'll see you next with Meg. So the question that's come in for Meg is, Meg, why do lions sometimes have this dropped jaw look? Their jaws are open. Not like that. Talking about when you're sitting there panting. And it really is about that. Lions, when they get hot, the only way that they can lose their heat is to pant, lose the heat through the mouth and through the pores. So the pores get really hot and clammy, and the heat gets lost to the mouth. They don't have sweat glands, so they can't sweat like you or me, and then the wind blows and then we have that evaporation and that cooling effect. So that's the simple answer to that. Is you'll see at the moment Meg is not hot, her mouth is not open. I feel her pores. When I look at her pores, you can see that the paw is bone dry, and that is because she's not hot and she's not trying to lose heat. But should Meggie be running after a wildebeest, then you will see at the end of that little run she's going to be going, and you're going to have that lion with its drop jaw look. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. It's a very simple answer, it's a very short answer, and I hope that helps you. So thanks for that. I think, Maggie, we're going to answer one more question. So questions come through from a lady named Julissa McDonald, and she's wanting to know, do lions of a certain area always eat the same food, and also do lions of different areas prey on different animals? So for example, the lions here in Denakeng, do they always just eat impala, and do the lions, say for example, of the Kruger only eat buffalo, and those of the Serengeti only wildebeest? So Meg, what do you have to say about that? Eh? Okay, so the answer to that question, and it's a very good question, what do lions prey on? What we find is that the culture within a pride is passed down from generation to generation. Just like in humans, lions over here are opportunistic hunters. So although they will generally follow a certain type of menu, so to speak, they, being opportunistic, will not say no if for example, a hartebeest crosses their path, or any other animal for that matter. They will try their luck and go after it. The other thing that we find is the size of the prey, type of prey, is very much dependent on the size of the pride. So if the lions have a large pride to look after, like sometimes in the Kruger where we get like recent sightings of 16, 25 lions, then these lions are going to be better suited going after a bigger animal like a buffalo, rather than an impala, because you've got to expend that energy chasing down that impala, and then it's ripped to shreds by 4 pride members, and then the rest go hungry or have to hunt again. So it makes much more sense to hunt a larger prey. And then we also find is that it's seasonal. So in certain types of the year it'll be more buffalo, in areas like the Kruger. In other parts of the year it's going to be animals like wildebeest. And we can find the same kinds of patterns emerging in Serengeti with regards to zebra and wildebeest, and also all the other prey species that lions do eat, like for example giraffe. If they get the opportunity, they certainly are going to try and bring down an injured, sick or lame giraffe, and certainly they're going to try and go for the young. So it's a great question. Thanks for that question, and I hope my little explanation, or Meg's little explanation rather, helps in giving you a better understanding of what lions like to eat. Meg, you look markedly bored today. Are you bored? Hey? You want a kiss? Yes, you do want a kiss. Yes. Yes, you are such a beautiful lion. Yes, you are beautiful. Yes. It's so much better than answering questions. And these flies are a real pain in the bum, and I'm going to go and actually get I'm actually going to go and get Meg and Amy some fly cream, and I'm going to put that all over their faces and on their ears, because that is what helps with the flies. In that time of the year, we've had tremendous heat and a little bit of rain, and that is just set the flies off. So, okay, I'll be back. Okay, my bag of tricks, which you've all seen before. So what I'm looking for is the shoe fly cream, ointment cream. It's actually got a soothing effect on the ears, so that if the flies have caused the ears to bleed, or any other part of the body where there's no hair, this actually gives a bit of a soothing effect. From the fly that causes the biting is Stomoxys calcitrans, so in case you wanted to know. And yeah, this is actually not really meant to be used on cats, but we find with the lions they tend to react to certain things more like dogs. So we've been using this quite successfully on lions for many years. There's the white stuff. Put it on her face. On her ears. Here comes Amy. Amy's wanting her fly cream. Oh, come here, Amy. Amy's not as happy to get fly cream as Meg, but we'll put some on her face there. Let's try. Meggie, come here, Aim. Yeah, Meggie. Yeah. Okay, there we go. No, also doesn't like it today. Anyway, these girls don't know what's good for them, but I do, and that's why I put it on. So, guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was just a short catch up with Meg and Amy. Hashtag Ask Meg and Amy. I really enjoy your questions. Sorry if I haven't got through to all of them. I know you guys are dying for answers. I'm just running out of time as the year comes to a grinding halt. So much to do, so little time. But I will try and do at least one more before the year is up. And I hope you are learning something from these hashtag Ask Megs. It is a fun way of getting the information across to you guys. Guys, if you do enjoy these videos, please do share them. It is our way of spreading awareness. If you're not subscribed, it's free. Please do subscribe, and also just stay in touch with us via our social media platforms. It's Lion Whisperer SA on Facebook and on Instagram. So thanks guys, until next time, from me, Kevin and the Lions.